Hey folks, leave it once again. Well, Happy New Year. Again tonight today is January 1st, 2025. We're officially now in 2025. And this is my first review of 2025. My first movie review of 2025. It's funny because last year on my other channel, before this channel had to go, my other channel had to go bye-bye. And June, I had to get this new channel. June, by the way, I was at the time doing the 90s era superhero reviews. Now I'm on the 2010s era superhero reviews. Wow, how time flies and how time I was able to get all this done. So last year I got my 90s reviews done. In 2024, my 90s reviews done. My 90s era superhero reviews done. And my 2000s era superhero reviews done. And now, starting with the year 2025, I'm on the 2010s era superhero reviews. So, again, this is my last review of 2010. So, but that is the 2010 direct-to-video animated superhero short film, co-produced and directed by Joaquin Doc Santos and by Michael Mineski, with an excellent voice cast that is Superman, Shazam, The Return of Black Adam, which is a DC showcase short film, which apparently there's other ones. Now, I looked at this and I was like, probably should review these, but since I want to get to other reviews, let's look at these up. Yeah. When I looked up the DC original universe, original animated original movies, apparently these other films are part of it. And I'm sorry, I didn't look them up. My bad. I don't know what the Spectre is, but I don't think I really had much interest in watching that. I don't even know who the Spectre is, but yeah. But I do know who Jonah Hex is, and well, I was thinking since Jonah Hex, the character, is in DC Legends of Tomorrow, maybe I had an idea, folks, as to when we get back to maybe because Jonah Hex, let's see, the character, he is in the DC Legends of Tomorrow, so maybe I'll review the Jonah Hex DC Showcase short film. But I'm like, I don't need to rush. They're short movies. I don't feel like I really need to rush it. And plus, there's a lot of other 2010 movies, and I did review Jonah Hex despite that film being shit. But these are like really short movies when I'm looking at them. Yeah, it's only like 12 minutes long. And then there's the Green Arrow one. Maybe I'll get to that one when I talk about Arrow. I know y'all probably thinking, well, thing is, folks, I don't need to rush to do these. They're short. Yeah, it's 12 minutes long. And this one, Superman Shazam, yeah, it was short as well. They also have one for Catwoman, maybe. Maybe when I get to the Batman or something like that, or Catwoman to Death. I did talk about Batman Death in the Family. That was a interactive superhero movie that came out in 2020. Yeah, not saying I'm interested in much, but I definitely maybe someday want to talk about, uh, like I said, Catwoman. The three I'm thinking about talking about the short anime movies I want to talk about are probably Catwoman and Green Arrow and Jonah Hex. So Jonah Hex when I get to DC Legends tomorrow, and when I get to Arrow, probably Green Arrow first, and then probably Jonah Hex. And when I get to there's a Catwoman animated movie that came out in 2020, so I was like, yeah, I'll just wait because these are just short films. They're not really huge movies. And they're videos, and they're short. So I'm like, I don't really need to. I don't feel like the need to rush. I think I continue with my 2010s era super reviews. These reviews, if I want to do them, I can maybe do them later down the road, and I'll fix the dates and stuff like I always do. Yeah. But anyway, this is a direct-to-video animated superhero short film. It's about the DC Comics characters Superman and Captain Marvel. Okay, well, before we get to that, not much into production, but I guess because their animated movies were doing so well. DC, like I said at this time, their animated movies were doing well. You had this year was the year, you had Iron Man 2 that came out. Marvel was doing well at the time. DC was not doing well because this year, 2010, that year of 2010, you had Jonah Hex, which was terrible and it flopped. So DC at the time, the only thing it really had going for it was the Batman films. I hate Dark Knight Rises, but that made money. The only superhero movies that were making big amounts of money at the time were Marvel. So DC was doing well, so I guess they figured, let's make some DC short animated films. Yeah, and that's what they did. But one thing I'll say about them, they do have some good voice cast. Well, this has a good voice cast. You have George Newbern as Kal-El Clark Kent, Superman. Now, if y'all know who that is, George Newbern, he voiced Superman right after Tim Daly. Tim Daly did the Superman animated series, but he voiced Superman in the Justice League cartoon from 2001. Yes, Justice League the animated series. He is the voice, and no Justice League Unlimited too. Let's see. Any other parts of Superman that he voiced? Uh, well, Justice League War, he voiced Steve Trevor, and Justice League Throne of Atlantis. Oh, okay, Jerry O'Connor himself did. Okay, well, hold on. Sorry, but he does voice Superman and Superman versus the Elite. I love that movie. Did a great job in that. Yeah, yeah. So it was Justice League, Justice League Unlimited, those anime series, and this movie, and Superman versus the Elite, which would come out almost have to a close. What came out 2012. So, and Jerry O'Connor is Captain Marvel. Well, George Newman, let's see, has he done other movies besides Superman? One of the differences he's done Father of the Bride movies. I think this was with Steve Martin. Yeah, and he did voice Superman in Justice League: The Fatal Five. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. And then Jerry O'Connor voices Captain Marvel, Shazam, or whatever we call the character. Jerry O'Connor. You should probably know him. He was Derek in Scream 2. He was in Jerry Maguire, Stand by Me, and a movie called Tomcats. Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, he would go on to voice Superman himself in Justice League Throne of Atlantis 2015, and Justice League vs. Teen Titans, and Justice League Dark, and in Batman Hush. So and Reign of the Superman, and Death of Superman. So he went on to go voice Superman himself. So yeah. And Zach Colazon voices Billy Batson. See, well, he played himself in Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? NCIS Los Angeles, he made a guest appearance from that. Film, too much. I can't see. Well, when it comes to animation, Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated, I guess it's a TV series. Justice League War, he voices Billy Batson in that again. So, yeah. And Justice League Rise on Infinity Earth, he voices Robin, Dick Grayson, Earth 2, Robin, Damian Wayne. And he voices a young Bruce Wayne in Batman Alone Halloween Part 2. So, in Lego DC Shazam Magic and Monsters, he voiced Billy Batson and Jimmy Olsen. And Arnold Faloso as 10th Adam, Black Adam. Arnold Faloso was surprised that he did this movie, but gosh, known for his villain roles like in The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, playing the Mummy in that movie, of course. Yeah, and G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, and the sequel, Retaliation. Agent Cody Banks, Hard Target, and he had done the superhero movie, of course. Of course, it was the Darkman sequels. Darkman 2, The Return to Ram, which, not a fan of the sequel. And Darkman 3 died. Darkman died. Yeah, he was miscast in those movies because he's playing the hero. And again, I think he's much better when he plays the villain. I especially love him in Hard Target and the Mummy, both the Mummy films. And in Agent Cody Banks, he's really good in that. And the G.I. Joe movies. So, he voices Abin Stewart in Green Lantern Emerald Knights. I just don't like it when he voices a hero. For me, Arthur Velasco always does a great job playing the villain. You know, yeah, he didn't really work for Darkman for me personally. I mean, Lemony Neeson to me was Darkman, did that real perfectly. But anyway, you have the late James Gardner as Shazam, the wizard who gives him his powers. Now he's done many movies like The Great Escape. I'm sure a lot of movies. I think Space Cowboys. Yeah, James Gardner was definitely a classic actor. He was in Maverick, the TV show, I think. And I think in the movie, the 1994 movie with Mel Gibson. Yeah. Atlantis Lost Emperor, he voiced Lau Rourke. He was the villain in that movie. Did a good job in that. I guess Superman Shazam was his last movie. One of the Land Before Time sequels. So yeah, he's done many. Yeah, James Gardner may rest in peace though, but he did a lot of movies. Great actor. Kevin Michael Richardson as Tonky Tawny. He's basically Tiger in here, and Michael Richardson. The only thing I think of him is he's done some movies, but I think he voiced. I believe he voiced. Oh yeah, he voiced the Joker in the Batman, the 2004 cartoon. Yeah. Not Batman the animated series. I'm talking about. No. And of course, I think the movie the Batman versus Dracula. He voiced his Joker in that too. He's a dummy voice, but a good voice actor in my opinion. Danica McKellar as Sally. Just a small part. She also did a voice for for Static Shock, Miss Martin Young Justice, I guess in DC in Killer Frost and DC Superhero Girl, so she's worked with DC before. Yeah, and Josh Keaton as Punk, Sally's boyfriend. Let's see. Justice League Crisis on Tours, he voiced Wily West, he voiced The Flash. Yeah. He voiced young Hercules. Oh, he really did? Okay. And Justice League Gods and Monsters and some other DC stuff. And Scooby Doo animated movies that he's done voice work for. Yeah. Josh Keaton, who voiced the young Hercules in I'm talking about the 1997 Hercules Disney movie. And the film is directed by John Keane de Los Santos. He's best known for directing work on television series like Justice League Unlimited, Avatar: The Last Airbender, G.I. Joe: Salute, Legend of Korra. He also co-directed Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That came out in 2023. And he worked on additional story for The Invincible Iron Man and Superman Doomsday, Justice League New Frontier, Batman Gotham Knight, and the other short story film that was The Spectre, Jonah Hex, and Green Arrow. Jonah Hex and Green Arrow, I'm just going to save those up to talk about those. Yeah. But anyway, it's written by Michael Jalinke, who's, you know, was a script coordinator on The Batman vs. Dracula, a writer for Wonder Woman 2009. He was a writer producer on Batman vs. Two Face. Oh, and Batman Returns of the Crusaders. When Adam West and Burt Ward came back before Adam West's death in 2017. When they came back as Batman and Robin. And the Super Mario Brothers movie says that he directed that. I still haven't seen that movie. I need to. It's based on Superman, created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Captain Marvel Shazam by Bill Parker and C.C. Pitt. I'm not gonna sit there and talk about Shazam. I'll talk about the character a little more in his history when I review when I review the Shazam 2019 film. It's produced by Bobby Page, Alan Burnett, Bruce Timm, Sam Register, Bruce Timm, who I've said many times in these videos about DC that he was the one that created Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series, yeah, and Justice League and Batman Beyond animated series. Edited by Margaret Who, music is by Benjamin One, Jeremy Suckerman. He also did music for Jonah Hex and Green Arrow and the Spectre. It was released November 9th, 2010. It's 25 minutes long. This also marked James Garner's last performance before his death that same year, and his death on July 19th, 2014. So yeah, this was James Garner's last performance, which is sadly, I guess this was like before his. I guess he decided to retire after this. Yeah. It was the fourth of the DC Showcase series, which also includes extended versions. But for the plot of Superman Shazam Return of Black Adam is that the murderous Black Adam may be too powerful for Superman to defeat. He comes over because he wants to kill Billy Batson, but the villain's target is the Earth's mightiest mortal, who is young kid Billy Batson, who will become Captain Marvel, aka Shazam. Yeah, and basically Superman and Shazam, they have to defeat him and take him on in a fight before he destroys the city and kills Billy. So they have to Superman and Shazam have to team up and defeat Black Adam. So, and again, it's a very short movie. It's only 25 minutes long, so this video shouldn't hopefully be too long. I'll get to it, give my final opinion on it. The only DC showcase or short film I talked about, whatever you want to call it, was Batman and Death in the Family, but that was part of my Batman marathon. Don't get me wrong, I like the characters of Jonah and I mean, I like Jonah Hex as a character, but I say I like Superman and Shazam better, and I mean, I like Green Arrow as well, but I would say I would definitely put this above it because I can't say that yet because I haven't seen Green Arrow, but and I do like the characters of Green Arrow and Jonah Hex, but to me, Superman is a bigger character than they are. Not just because of his powers, but and Shazam too, because he's a hilarious character. So I think this film's a little more noticeable than those. But don't get me wrong, I definitely plan to review those someday. But yeah, started. The film opens up with a young couple, and they're just sitting down. She's like, "Oh, he's like, Sally, I love you." You know, they're talking, boyfriend and girlfriend. They're just sitting in the park. They see this light, this star that's coming close, and it's Black Adam, who's voiced by Arnold Palazzo. That he's returning to Earth after a long exile. The wizard sent him to a long exile. The film then cuts to Billy Batson. He's just he lives in a rundown slum with very little food and rats for pets. He gets out of bed, wears a t-shirt. Apparently, he loves Superman. And Billy's just a kid. He's just an orphan. I think his doesn't really have much of his parents. His parents, I think, died. And he's walking on the street. He sees these kids picking on Kevin Michael Richardson's character, Talkie Talk, or whatever, Donnie, Tawny, whatever his name is. This homeless man. And they're picking on him. He's like, leave him alone. He's like, hey, we will. He's like, just leave him alone and I will. And the guy walks over, and Billy's scared. I was gonna hit Billy, but then he slaps Billy. He's like, "You don't talk, Mr. Captain, Mr. Hero. Goodbye." And he gives the homeless man a coin, and he's like, "Thank you for saving me. I owe you one, Captain." You know. And he goes on to meet Clark Kent, voiced by George Clooney. It's good to hear his voice again. They're just having a conversation about the paper and just talking. Clark buys him three breakfast. Buys him some breakfast. Michigan tells him, "You can be good, kid, no matter what." They're just having a nice conversation. Neither notice though. Black Adam appears, hovering outside. He claps his hands together, blowing a hole in the side of the diner. Uh, he's like, and Black Adam convinces Billy like, "You're a child. You're my enemy. You're supposed, you were this Earth's champion." He's like, What are you talking about?" And Billy's just scared, and he pushes Clark away. But Clark, of course, is Superman, so he takes off his glasses. He's like, "Hey, why don't you pick up someone?" So Superman, Shazam, fuck. Superman and Black Adam get into a fight. As they're fighting, Superman has one weakness against him. That is the heat. Is that he's magic and that can weaken Superman's powers a bit. You can say Superman's invincible, but there's part of his powers, I guess, when he's fighting magic that can hurt. It can harm Superman. Apparently, but Superman's like, "There's a difference. I got heat vision too." And Superman uses heat vision on him, and he tells Billy, "Go away, get to safety." Now he's like, "Well, why are you fighting for this kid?" He's like, "I fight for those that can't fight for themselves." You know, that's just Superman. Billy runs into the kid, runs into the homeless man again. Tells him that he's surprised. He gives him the coin. Billy, Black Adam picks up a fire engine to smash Billy, but Superman stops him. And leaves Superman vulnerable, so Black Adam's enough to knock him out. When he knocks Superman out of the way, pursues Billy, who runs to the subway. He hears a homeless man who gives him a coin, a subway token. Billy runs onto the tracks, and you think that he gets hit by the train, but the train's actually taking him to the wizard. It's like he sees a bit of his past and stuff when his parents die and what he's been through. his parents' headstone and his orphanage. He sees this cave of the wizard of the seven deadly, magically deadly sins. Billy finds the wizard Shazam, who tells him that he's the next chosen one. He explains that that Black Adam had been his champion for 5,000 years ago, but 10th Adam had used his power for personal gain and corrupted the gift. He was then banished to the furthest star in the sky. Yes, Black Adam started killing and made him more vicious. You know, yeah, because Black Adam does kill. He's like, that's why I chose you, Billy, because you have a good heart, and you're chosen to be the champion. And again, it's the late James Garner doing the voice again. May he rest in peace. He did a great job voicing the wizard. And Billy runs out of there to safety. Yeah, nearly escapes. But I guess you could say like a magic bubble gets him out of there. Magic gets him out of there. Superman barely is able to hold his own when they start fighting. Billy runs back at him, says, "Hey, why don't you pick on somebody your own size now or something like that?" And he tries to punch him, and, until he says the word Shazam, and he's able to put up a good fight with him though. He's like, "Wow, I'm tall and I'm strong and I can run fast." He's like, "All I had to do," and he's flying in the air, kind of across like the ocean, the water. He's like, "Shazam!" And he says again. When the lightning strikes him, he turns back into a kid. He's about to drown, so he's to say, "Shazam!" Oh. And then him and Superman fight. Shazam puts up a good fight. He's taking on Superman. Superman's like grab his hand, push him back. They punch him, give him a few hits. Black Adam destroys a dam which nearly threatens to flood West City, but Superman saves it. Superman's able to get some rocks, uses heat vision, and uses freeze breath. Black Adam stops the passing car and gets this lady and holds her hostage and breaking out. He's like, "Do you feel bad when you step on an ant and kill it?" I was like, "I am a god. You have the power of God, so that makes you one." And Shazam, Captain Marvel's like, "Put him down," like put her down. And he's not gonna let him kill that woman, so he's like, Shazam, you know, and he does surrender. And he does release the woman. He's gonna throw her to her death. Billy complies. Before Billy can try to say the word, shit, like Adam grabs his mouth, trying to shut him up. Adam gets blasted by Superman's heat vision, and Superman saves the woman. He's like, well, I will think I called heat freeze breath. That's what I have. Black Adam, though, Billy gets better being Captain Marvel. And he says Shazam again, and he defeats him, and he's almost ready to. I think gets Black Adam, so he nearly it chokes him. And is almost ready to kill him. He's like, "Don't do it." And he's like, "I have to die. I have to die." Black Adam says that death will only stop him, but he won't kill him. The homeless man then appears once again, reveals himself to be the boy's guardian angel, Talkie Tawny. Tawny reverts to his true form as a tiger and tells Superman and Captain Marvel that he will make sure the wizard will send Black Adam far across the universe. To keep him banished even further, Black Adam shouts Shazam, which turns him back into the immortal 10th Adam. He's aged during the thousands of years he's gone, so I guess he just lets himself die. Yeah. Connie walks away. Superman looks at Captain Marvel's like, "You have some unusual friends." And I guess saying that he's accepted his destiny as Shazam, old Captain Marvel, being a hero now. Then finds himself encountering the bullies again. They didn't talk about it. They did. Then he goes like, he's like, "Come on, come on, just say one word." And Billy looks. He says the word Shazam. And I guess you said he defeats the villain. Gives them, scares them all apart. We don't see what happens. We just see the lightning, and then it ends there. So yeah, this was a short movie. I'm sorry I didn't know about the other one, guys. The other short films, but let me get to this. But my final opinion on Superman Shazam Return of the Black Adam, I I really love this. So far, this is the best DC showcase short film I've seen. Again, I do like the Jonah Hex character, but I'm not really a huge fan of the character. He's not a big deal character like Superman. Uh, I like Green Arrow as well, but I'm sorry, but I'd have to put Superman and Batman first over him. So I'm glad I reviewed Batman Death of the Family and Superman Shazam first, and I like the Shazam character as well. But Superman's in here as well, and you have George Newbern voicing him. What I liked about this is a short film. This was a fun watch. This was great. I loved it. Probably one of the best DC animated movies or short films, whatever I've ever seen. Really enjoyable. It was my first time watching it. It was really fun to watch. It was entertaining. The action was good. The animation I thought was really good. You know, I really enjoyed the animation in here. For the time, it was really good, in my opinion. You know, and the action scenes were good. The voice cast is really great. Jerry O'Connell and George Newbern and Alan Falesso as Shazam, Superman, and Black Adam. They all were great. You know, like I said, Arnold Falesso, he did a great job voicing Black Adam. I mean, he's always. I mean, come on, Arnold Falesso. In my opinion, he can play a great villain. As Darkman, he doesn't really work because again, him playing a hero, I just you know, even if it's an anti-hero, he could probably play an anti-hero. But the reason I say Darkman because Darkman to me was always Lemmy Neeson, Sam Raimi's movie. When they made the two sequels, it was like I didn't care for the Return to Rat. Did not care for that movie. Was not a fan. And Darkman died. Darkman 3 died. Darkman died was okay. But definitely he's better than the Mummy. Even if you're not a fan of the Mummy Returns, despite some of that film's terrible CGI, I do like Arnold Veloso in both movies, regardless. You know. And like I said, I liked him in Hard Target. I wouldn't want you to hurt my feelings. If I come back, they cut me a steak. But and George Newbern is great as the voice of Superman. Jerry O'Connor, again, like I said, would go on to voice Superman in other DC animated films. Well, that were not short films, but we continue. I'm glad they. So I guess that I guess DC figured he was so good as Shazam, as Captain Marvel voicing the character, they chose him to voice Superman. I guess Tim Daly and George Newbern were getting a little older in their age, and maybe they decided just to pick him. And they picked the right guy, I think, to voice Shazam and eventually Superman. Yeah, because I'll get to those reviews one day. Yeah, but the animation was good, the editing was good. The way they make the city look, I guess it's Billy Batson City. I like how Sam he's just a kid. From a kid, he's an orphan, and he becomes his destiny is to become a hero, to become Captain Marvel, Shazam. You know, who protects the innocent. And he's a good hero. He's a cool hero with a sense of humor, but he's a young kid. Like when he first gets his powers, when becomes Shazam, he's like, "Wow, I'm tall. I can fly. I got super strength. I can run fast. Wow, this is cool." But Shazam is always one of the. I love how Zachary Levi plays him in the Shazam 2019 and Shazam Fury of the Gods. He's great in those. You know, he's hilarious. Yeah, but the Shazam was always a funny character in my opinion. Or Captain Marvel, whatever. I'm not talking about Marvel's Captain Marvel. Sorry. But yeah, this was a fun movie. This was an entertaining short film. It was only 25 minutes. It goes by at a really good pace. And I'm just gonna wait for the other DC Showcase films that I want to talk about. Sorry, I keep on bringing that up. Yeah, but some of them are like Catwoman is 15 minutes, and Green Arrow is 12 minutes. So I think I could wait till I talk about Arrow. And with Catwoman, maybe when I either get to the Batman or talk about Catwoman Hunted, maybe I'll get to that. Maybe I'll just review it for 2011. Maybe I'll just say it me. And Jonah Hex, I'll just wait to DC Legends tomorrow because he's in that, so maybe I'll review it then. Again, Jonah Hex is, not that big of a character. I don't think a lot of people know about him. Maybe not. But he's not as big as Superman or Shazam or Green Arrow or Catwoman as characters. He's a good character, though. I could wait. I'm not in a big rush to do that. Yeah. And plus, there's a lot of DC animated films I want to get to. You know, that's just me. But anyway, guys, yeah. But this was an excellent movie, a good short film. I enjoyed Superman Shazam, The Return of Black Adam. It was very entertaining, very fun to watch. I had some time to read some quotes. Sorry, I should have. Be good, and good fellow will follow. That's what my parents always used to tell me. But you know, Mr. Kent, I was good before they were taken from me. I was good at for foster home, and that was about 15 minutes ago. And I'm starting that being isn't good for me. It seems like that way sometimes, but doesn't. But that's why good is hard. Bad is always easy. Indeed, you are my physical match, but I sense one critical difference. If I'm to magic. Another difference, Superman says, another difference, heat vision. And that's been 5,000 years traveling across the what's the space to be thought of by some man child. Will a Superman do then? Superman says, is the one who I protect. Why? Because you are weak. Put her down. When you crush an ant beneath your foot, you feel must no. This is because you are evil or because you recognize yourself as a higher form of life. This is what the wizard cannot understand. If if I have the powers of God, then I am a god, not myself. Cannot be treated as such. Put her down. You want to protect the soul? Virtue and moral form will prove a little bit defying, and then you'll just kill me. I will. Shazam! I put her down. See, like an ant. No. Shh. Your last breath wasted on the wrong word. Holy moly! Is that all for me, Mr. Kemp? Since you're two brothers yesterday, I thought I'd be better. You were three today. You fight for the wizard. I fight for those who can't fight for themselves. I was hoping this moment could have you were a bit older. The thread is upon us now, Billy Batson. You know my name. Oh, I know many things for I am the wizard. So your word is that I'm the replacement. Then let's replace him. Easy there. You got him. It changes. It doesn't the power. It can only handle that I can choose my own fate now, like a god. Maybe that's enough. You're forgetting option two, banishment. I'll take it from the captain. Connie, you know the homeless guy. Still the wizard's like, yeah, see. Okay. Well, I'm done reading quotes for today's guys. Well, maybe not done for full, but well. But anyway, Superman Shazam: Return of Black Adam. Very entertaining short film. DC showcase short film, whatever. Well, for a short movie, only 25 minutes long, it's very entertaining. And my rating for Superman Shazam: The Return of Black Adam, I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5 stars and a thumbs up. Really loved it. Thought this was great. So that was my first review of 2025. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm sorry if I missed other DC showcase films. Well, like I said, I did review Batman: Death of the Family on my other channel, but maybe those others I'll get to someday. But anyway, guys, now starting with the year 2011. Now let's say how we use months. So the next superhero review. Now I'm starting with the year 2011, 2011, 2011, whatever, same thing. And that will be The Green Hornet, starring Seth Rogen, Jay Chow, Christopher Waltz, and Cameron Diaz. Yeah, not a fan of this movie, but oh well, it is a superhero film, so it does count. But The Green Hornet, this is next. So this will be the first review, first movie of 2011 that I review. We'll get to better movies eventually, and some ones that are not, but The Green Hornet, this is next. So stay tuned for this. And let me know in the comments down below, guys, what do you think of Superman Shazam: The Return of Black Adam in your opinion? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Tell me in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. And stay tuned for my review. And tell me what you think of Superman Shazam: The Return of Black Adam. If you've seen this DC showcase short movie, if you've seen any of the short movies, tell me what you think of them in the comments down below. If you've seen others, like a Batman Death and Family, the Jonah Hex Green Arrow one, if you've seen any of them. And what are some of your favorite DC animated movies? Animated original movies. What are some of your favorites? And stay tuned next for my review for The Green Hornet coming up next. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and please feel free to share my channel with your friends, family, all people you know. I do appreciate the share and the likes. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.